So, good morning students. Here we will discuss about the various functions of control panel. In our last class, we have discussed about control panel, right? So, in today's class, we will be discussing about the various features of control panel. Okay. So, various features mean you can say that the various functions you can do or the various tasks you can do using the control panel of your computer. Okay. So see, these are the steps. So first of all, you can do what? Uninstall a program using control panel. Okay. So what to do for uninstalling a program? You will just simply go to this your control panel option. You know how to open control panel. Go to my last video and see. Okay. So go and open the control panel window. Then select this uninstall a program. Okay, you will go to the control panel option, then you will click on this programs, then you will select this uninstall a program. Okay. Then next what you will do, you will select the, here you will see the various list of programs. Okay, these Google toolbar, HP Laserdisc series A, etc, etc, etc. Okay, various list of the programs that are installed on your computer gets showed on this screen. Okay, so you will click, suppose you want to uninstall this Microsoft Visual Studio Visual. Okay, it's Visual Studio basically, Microsoft Visual C++ 2005 redistributable. Okay, so you want to uninstall it. So what you will do, you will just go on this and click on uninstall, or what you can do is you will go on this program that you want to uninstall and right click, and there will be option to modify and uninstall. So like this way you can uninstall a program, okay, that you don't need, or you want to what, install another update of this program. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's also not necessary. If you want to install a update that you want to you want to replace the previous program, okay, the non-updated version, but sometimes it's necessary. So the simple, first of all go to this uninstall a program. No, first of all go to control panel, then click on this programs, then uninstall a program, select the program, click on uninstall, your program will be uninstalled. Okay, now next we come to a topic called recycle bin. Okay, you know recycle bin in your computer. Okay, suppose you have deleted a file, and after some days you have realized that no, you want that file so that you can do certain operations with that. So this what is recycle bin? Okay, so let me discuss it. When you delete a file or folder in Windows, it is placed in the recycle bin. Okay, so whenever you delete a file, it goes into the recycle bin. Okay, recycle means what, you can get back the file again. Okay, so that's why it's named as recycle bin. Okay, the item is temporarily stored in recycle bin before being permanently deleted by a user. Okay, so if you empty the recycle bin or delete it from the recycle bin, then your file will be permanently deleted from your computer. Okay, but if it's in the recycle bin, okay, if it's in the recycle bin, then what you will get that you will be able to restore that file again. Okay, if it's in the recycle bin. So this is the function of a recycle bin. So where the recycle bin is located, the recycle bin is located on desktop. Okay, short answer questions may ask in the exam. So where the question will be, where is recycle bin located? It is located on desktop. When it is empty, the icon of the recycle bin, see, this is the empty icon of the recycle bin. If it contains one or more items, the icon changes to recycle bin to papers in it. Okay, so empty, the icon is empty means there is no files inside this recycle bin folder. Okay, but here if something white color paper trash is comes, then you will what, realize that there are some files in it. Okay, now you can we can also permanently delete files from recycle bin and restore files from recycle bin. Okay, we can do that, I have already explained. Number C, if we restore a file and place it is placed back to this original location. Suppose you have deleted a file from your pen drive. Okay, no, if from pen drive it gets permanently deleted if you delete it. If from your D drive, C drive it gets deleted, okay, then it goes to this recycle bin, and after going to this recycle bin, if you want to restore items, then you restore that file, then it will go to its original location. Okay, Windows remembers the original location of each item. Okay, then it is clear. The next point, to empty the recycle bin we follow the steps given in 3.12. so this is the 3.12 figure. First of all, what we will do, you will click on the recycle bin icon on the desktop, then you will click on this empty recycle bin. So every files in your recycle bin will get deleted permanently if you click on this empty recycle bin option. Okay, and to restore the deleted files you have to follow the given steps. So if you want to restore this file, this photos, so what we will do, double click on the recycle bin. First of all, you will double click it, that will open this recycle bin folder. Then if you want to restore all items, here this option is there, restore all. So all files will be restored to their previous location. And if you want to restore one file, suppose this file, you will click on this, then you will right click on this and you will see there is an option called restore. Then you will click on restore, then all that particular file will get restored in that particular location from where it was deleted. Okay, clear? Now see, this particular file is explained here. Okay, so restore the item, this restore the item. Okay, and you can also right click also, I am giving you an alternate step. Okay, now you see creating shortcuts. Okay, creating shortcuts means what, suppose there is a application or any file, so it is located in your C drive. Okay, so creating shortcut, you can create that shortcut on your desktop. From that desktop you can easily access the what to say, the file or the application. Okay, so see, this is a explanation given here. Aditi has stored her poems in a folder named poems. Okay, she has stored all her poems in a folder named poems. Okay, the poems folder resides in another folder named English. So English এর ভিতরে poems. Okay, this English folder, inside this English folder the poem folder is there. Okay, so English folder resides in C drive of the hard disk. Every time Aditi wants to access poem folder from her desktop, she clicks on computer icon C drive English, then poems. Okay, so you have to go to this C drive, then go to English, then to poems. Okay, so what you can do is you can create a shortcut. Okay, so Aditi can create a shortcut to the poems folder and place it the shortcut on the desktop. Okay, so frequently used files or programs can be made shortcut. You can make a shortcut of this program and place them on your desktop. Okay, so every time you click on the icon on the desktop, it takes you to that particular folder or application that you want to access. Okay, so every time she has to open the file poem, she may just double click on the shortcut present on the desktop. Okay, shortcut act as links to files and folders stored elsewhere in the hard disk, and double clicking the shortcut icon is the same as double clicking the actual file. So this is the shortcut. See, this is the shortcut given here. Okay, see, exploding windows. Okay, so this is the shortcut. If you click on this shortcut, your main file will get open. Okay, so what is shortcut? Shortcut act as links and to files and folders stored elsewhere in the hard disk, and double clicking the shortcut icon is the same as double clicking the actual file. Okay, so we can place shortcuts on the desktop conveniently. Sorry, we can place shortcuts on desktop to conveniently access, means it becomes easy to access files. Okay, that is the meaning of convenient. Okay, convenient way means easy way. Okay, so this becomes convenient to do that, access files that may be stored deep in the directory of the structure. Okay, the next is shortcuts are denoted with small arrow. See, a small arrow is given here. Okay, you can see a small arrow over here. See, this is the file. No, a small arrow is there. Okay, my pointer is not moving. Okay, a small arrow is given here. See, okay, now you can see small arrow is given here. So this is this indicates that it is a shortcut. Okay, so if you double click on the program, it means it opens the file. So step to create a shortcut. How will create a shortcut? To create a shortcut of a desktop item, we follow the given step. Double click on the computer icon on the desktop, locate the file or program whose shortcut is to be created. Then I am telling you, then after this your step 3 will be go locate the file, means this file you have located. No, then you will right click it and you will create a shortcut from desktop. Okay, this option will be there. If you create a shortcut on desktop, this particular file will be moved to your desktop and this arrow will be pointed. Okay, this arrow will be given here. Okay, so this arrow indicates that it is a shortcut. Okay, so with this, students, we come and end to our today's class. So go through the topics that I have discussed. So today I have discussed various functions of control panel and how you can delete a file to the recycle bin, restoring the file or permanently deleting the file. And next we have discussed this, how to create a shortcut. Okay, and how shortcuts are helpful. Please go through the video, and if you find anything confusing, you can use the comment section, type your name here and post your comments, okay, or your questions that you want to ask me. Okay, thank you.